Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Crystalline Entrepreneur. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to share some of this content because it's so different than the conversation in the entrepreneurial and the business world that's happening. And I think that there's many important conversations that are happening, and there's many people with different zones of genius. So I think all of that is awesome and great. But I'm really excited to share my own unique perspective around stepping into divine entrepreneurship and some of the energetic techniques and tools that I've learned along the way that have made a huge difference in not just my business and not just my money, but like my happiness and my lifestyle and my freedom. Like I want all of that for you. I want all of that for me. I want full on stoke, not just, business success. So Kendra's here. Hi, love. Annette's here. Hi, sister. Nice to see you. Okay, awesome. So let me know if you are ready to just dive right in. We're going to start off with a prayer, a short prayer, like a little bit of a meditation. Let me know if you're ready. Type I'm ready in the chat. And if you're on replay, just do everything I tell you to do, because I'm going to look at the comments later after, I post this on the replay. Okay, so let me just have a drink of my rose lemon water, and we'll begin. We will begin the thing. All right, so you can close your eyes with me if you'd like. We're just going to start off with a short prayer, moment of meditation to really set the energies. As you breathe in, I just want you to feel into why you're here today. What drew you to this workshop? Maybe you don't know, or maybe there's sort of an intention that's bubbling up from your soul. And in this moment, I call upon all of our higher selves to really be present here now with us. Just feeling your higher self, the presence of your higher self being called in. You might even see or feel your 8th chakra above your head. Open up your higher self gateway, and feeling a waterfall of starlight just coming down and breathing down this waterfall of starlight, crown and the third eye and the throat and the heart and the solar plexus and the womb and the root and the legs, the feet, the hands, just feeling that your higher self is, excuse me, filling your body with light. Higher self, fill me now. My true divine self, fill me now. My true divine self, fill my cells. My true divine self, fill my chakras. I'm here and I'm ready. I'm ready to be the true me. I'm ready to be of service. I'm ready to live a life of expansion and freedom and impact. So feeling the light of your higher self is you just send a grounding cord down now from your 2nd chakra or from your root, sending a grounding cord all the way to the core crystal of the earth. And if anyone's just joining us, we're just doing a short meditation here, so feel free to jump in, and it won't be too much longer until we really begin the content. So just breathing down and just rooting down into the core crystal of the earth. And just feeling that the earth is responding to you and bringing you back and ushering in this light and this life force from the core of the planet. Breathing that into your body, into your spinal column, and just opening your toroidal field up to really circulate this crystalline light from the center of the planet. Along with your higher self's light filling your body, opening your field up to be more expansive and to really receive what you need today. And I ask today, how can I be of service to all of you who are watching live or on replay? I call upon your higher self and my higher self and ask, how can I be of service to you today? What wants to come through? What activations, what healings, what information, what clearings, what upgrades wish to come through today to really serve everyone here, to serve this container? And so taking a deep breath in, finally we call Archangel Michael in. Archangel Michael, Michael, Michaela, thank you for being here and protecting the space and sending us light and creating this beautiful field of coherence with us. We call upon Mother, Father, God, pure divine source energy to fill our hearts and activate us. Whew. And taking one more deep breath, just feeling your spinal column, your central channel just filled with this light from above and below. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes back to this space. So as you may have noticed, I have like something going on in my throat, so I'm probably going to be going kind of often. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. All right. So yeah, on that note, let's get started. I actually want to take you through a journey today. I want to take you through a journey of my life as an entrepreneur and as a spiritual warrioress. And I want to take you with me on that journey and highlight some of the key pieces, especially energetically, that flowed through me and came to me, and I started activating and integrating and embodying, which has made such a big difference. So I guess I'll introduce myself. If you're new to me, obviously, well, hopefully you know, my name's Beth Katherine, and I'm 30 years old. I'm here living in Costa Rica right now. I've been running my business full time for about 9 years, and it's come through a big evolution. I started my business making crystal jewelry and making intuitive custom pieces for people. Then I started just doing angel readings, working with people's spirit guides and angels and doing readings. And I started teaching about the divine feminine and different aspects of the goddess and the archetypal energies coming through. And what happened at one point was, after years of sort of struggling in my business and just sort of making ends meet, I started having these upgrades, and finally the prayers that I've been praying for help and financial support and more abundance and overflow started to come true based on certain teachers that came into my life and just pieces sort of coming together. And so that was beautiful. And then I started actually teaching about divine feminine business. I started really recognizing, okay, now that I'm in this like more flow with my business and it's starting to feel really, good in that sense, I really recognized that there was a lot of women like me that had already been, many of my clients that were creative and intuitive and spiritual, and the what was out there in terms of business, especially like 5 years ago, it's really changed. There's a lot more spiritual business teachers, but 5 years ago there weren't, especially like feminine, business teachers. And I really thought, I really, there's something missing from this marketplace. There's something missing from the business world and the coaching world. I actually have a finance degree before I started my business, and I said, let's just bring all of this together, spirituality and the divine feminine aspect of business. And I just wanted to start really teaching about how we could grow these really successful, amazing businesses that were so aligned with their soul's missions, but really honored the energy of the divine feminine, really honored our multidimensional selves. And it's just different, like creating a different paradigm in business and entrepreneurship. So, ever since then, that's sort of been one of my main focuses for sure. And I also teach about angels and still the divine feminine and lots of fun, magical things. So I want to talk you through how when I was struggling with my work and to where I am today, which I get to travel. I've been traveling the world for years now with my business and feeling very, very purposeful. I want to again share with you some of these really important principles and techniques that made the difference from me feeling like I was really struggling and I really wanted to be of service and get my work out there, but just constantly feeling anxiety around my business or around money and around my ability to receive clients. And yeah, just unlocking some freedom in that. So let me know if that sounds good to you. Are you ready? Live or on replay, are you ready to hear about these energetic techniques? There's 3 sections that I really want to take you through today. And we're about to dive in. So again, I can't see how many people are live or what's going on live. I can only see you if you're commenting. So let me know if you're ready and you're excited to hear about these energetic principles, and then we'll dive right in. All right, there's a bit of a lag, so I'm just going to dive right in and assume that your comments are coming. Yes, awesome. Lynn says yes, amazing, exciting. I want to see more yeses. If you're live and if you're like, no, I'm not going to comment, I'm just going to be, no, you say yes, because I want to hear your stoke. I want to see you. Yeah, Bianca says, ready. Demelza says, yes, please. Awesome. Amazing. Okay. So my journey, I want to start with, we're diving right in. No more introductions, okay? So what the first big thing that I remember that I discovered was my mother gifted me. My mother's also a healer and an intuitive. Essence is here. Yeah. She says, yes, heck yes, love you. Awesome. Kitty says, yes. Amazing. So my mother, you know, when I was still in that flow of like, oh, I'm a business, I just need to make more money, but I still make it all work somehow. My mother gifted me this training, this amazing program. I'd never heard of the teacher before, and I didn't know what the heck it was, but she said, just here, I want you to have this. So I go on the site and I log in, and it's these like 10 audio modules. The woman's name is Christy Marie Sheldon. Maybe you've heard of her. Sonia says yes. Awesome. Annette says yes. Amazing. And I just started playing them. And these were around wealth consciousness. These audios were designed to help your system upgrade to vibrate with wealth consciousness. And I started playing them, and it was unlike anything I'd ever really done before. And what this woman brought me through is in these 10 or 11 different audios, and she'd worked with so many people before, she would use this languaging. She'd use this prayer that I learned from her and I've been using since then. So I really want to credit Christy Marie Sheldon with bringing this languaging and this prayer into my world that's been so, so powerful. She brought me through this process over and over again, that we would clear and release and transmute these blocks to money, into success. And so it would go something like this. All right. Anywhere where you're holding on to energy of lack that you inherited from your parents, wherever your mother felt like money was really hard, wherever your father felt like money was stressful and hard, I just want you to go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. I added in the snapping because it's just like sound doing that. Awesome. And that says, LOL, I did Christy's clearings. Awesome. So again, this specific course is actually not available anymore. I've looked for it because I wanted to recommend it to clients, but it's not available anymore. She only does her love or above stuff, I think. So basically for 3 months, maybe twice a week, I would listen to these audios, and I would be going through all of these clearings, you know, okay, wherever you feel like, you can't go for it. Like, it's going to be really embarrassing if you go for it and then you fail. So you're stopping yourself from going for it. Okay, I want you to just clear, release, delete, and transmute that. And, you know, and that prayer, and there's different aspects of the prayers coming through. And when I was listening to it, I was like, is this working? Like, it just felt too easy. It felt like, okay, so all I need to do is just lie down, and you're just going to say a bunch of spiritual stuff about clearing and transmuting, about money, and I'm supposed to have an experience up-leveled around money. And I wasn't sure, but I did it anyway. Cause like, obviously I'm pretty woo, so I'm like, oh, I can try this out. And it took about 3 months. It took, because I wasn't doing it so often, and I didn't have a lot of the other tools I do now. So that was like what I was working with at that time. It took about 3 months of clearings, maybe twice a week, and things started to shift, and money started coming in, and I didn't really do anything different in my marketing. Like, the funny thing, people, so funny, is the way that I market, the way I show up online right now is so similar. The actual strategy and the structure of it is so similar, so similar to what I was doing 7 years ago. Not much has changed fundamentally, because there's just certain foundations of online business that are just there, right? So I wasn't changing how I showed up and how I marketed and all of that. And yet more money started to come in. And more money started to come in. And then I was able to start realizing this dream that I'd had for a long time. I wanted to travel the world with my business. And shortly after that, I took myself to Mexico. I went on, you know, the first trip that really started this journey of traveling and now being fully nomadic. Now I've like left Canada, probably for good. I'll go back a little bit later this year, but that's another story for another time. So that's what started it. And in the beginning, it was still like, okay, I moved from like, maybe making $1,200 a month to like $2,500 a month. So I like doubled my income, but and that was kind of where I was at that time. But that allowed me to have the shifts that felt so expansive. And once that started to happen, the momentum started to happen, and I kept working with these principles. I kept working with identifying these beliefs, identifying these beliefs and these things that hold us back. And I would just clear them. I'd say like, okay, let's just clear, release, delete, and transmute that. And I started bringing in a little bit more of my own flavor into that work. And it works. So that's one thing that I actually want to do with you right now. We're going to go through a little bit of a clearing together, and I'm going to show you how to do this. What I want to tell you too is that tomorrow, so I didn't get the invitation page like fully ready for today. I was planning to, but tomorrow doors are opening for a deep dive program with me for 5 months called the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur. And so what I want to just make sure that you know is we're going to do this work together in this class today. But if you want to go deeper, if you want like literally everything about this being given to you and your hand held through it, you do have the option of going much deeper with it. So we're going to do what we can today, and you have the option of like just taking in what works, maybe trying things on your own if that feels good, and taking what works into your own life and just practicing on your own and practicing intuitively what I share with you today. And then you also have the option of getting like so much more and just like full on support, full on pow, 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 with the deeper dive program. And whatever your heart needs and whatever your work needs right now, I full on support it. But I do want you to know that that's available to come play for a long time. So yeah, let's do a clearing right now. And yes, from 2,500, it went to like, it went all the way, much more than that, and to the point where, recently in the last couple of years, started to have, fairly regular, like $10,000 and above dollar months, which is really exciting. And I'm continuing to build and expand and see what I'm capable of in terms of receiving. So yeah, this stuff does work, right? It works financially, it works monetarily, it works with your lifestyle. Like I said, I'm living in a beautiful house in Costa Rica right now, across from the beach. It's amazing. All this stuff works. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. So why don't we do a little bit of an energetic clearing? All you need to do is you can close your eyes when I'm sharing these with you. And what I ask you to do is when I say what I say, like, okay, wherever you're blocking money, clear, release, delete, and transmute that. If you're a yes to the clearing that I'm asking to happen, just feel a yes into your heart. Just vibrate silently. Yes. Or you can say it out loud. And this is just going to allow that full permission to be granted for your higher self to go ahead and do this work. You'll see a little bit more about what I mean when we go through it. So if you'd like, you can close your eyes. And let's just do a little bit of a clearing so I can actually show you what this actually would look like. All right, so as you take a deep breath, I just want you to feel your body filled with light. All right, so wherever you believe that it's just harder for you, that money is just harder for you, and other people can create that success, but for you, maybe it's just different. For you, it's harder. For you, there's just something sort of wrong with you, or just some way that, business is just hard and intimidating for you. So maybe it'll just take a long time or a while. Anywhere you're in that energy, just like holding yourself back from claiming that actually you are that abundant entrepreneur, you are that abundant being. I'm asking that your higher self and Archangel Michael go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute all of that energy, all of that vibration across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And as we clear, you can just see white light filling your field. You can feel that yes in your heart, and then white light or another color light filling your field, and just inviting your higher self in for that clearing. So wherever you feel like success and abundance and financial prosperity is not your current reality. Wherever you are believing that success and financial abundance is not your current reality. It's something that you're working towards. It's something that's for later, but it's not right here, right now. Wherever you're playing that template, I want you to go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. Wherever you are in any way scared to ask for money for your sacred work, wherever there's a part of you that feels guilty about that, wrong about that, like maybe you shouldn't charge, or maybe it's not safe to charge because some force, some government or entity is going to find you and hurt you. So wherever there's any trepidation or guilt or shame or fear around charging for your divine work and charging well for your divine work, I'm asking your higher self and Archangel Michael to go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. Wherever in your field there are blocks to receiving money, wherever there's any energy, any patterning, any templates in your energy field, in your chakras, in your cells, in your body, that is in any way resisting money, blocking money, saying, no, I can't have it, no, not right now, I'm asking that your higher self and Archangel Michael go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. Taking a deep breath in, and we'll do a few more. Seeing that white light or that light just move through your system. I'm scanning the energy of the beings that are here with us right now, and I'm just looking for some common sort of energetics. Okay, so wherever there's any past life blocks that are preventing you from really showing up full force in your business and your sacred work, anywhere there's past life blocks, past life trauma, past life experiences that are carrying into this lifetime and in any way holding you back from being full power, embodied, abundant, divine, crystalline entrepreneur, I'm asking that your higher self and Archangel Michael go ahead and clear that, release it, delete it, transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. Wherever you believe that you're too feminine or you're too creative and you're too intuitive and you're too fluid to really make good money, wherever you believe that only those really masculine embodied people can make money and those people that really fit into that patriarchal system can really make money, not to say that the masculine is patriarchal, but you know what I mean, anywhere where you're just like, you know what, I'm just too yin right now, I just flow too much, I can't make money being in this energy. I have to be different. I have to be more, I have to be more hustle, I have to be more masculine. Wherever you're playing that story, wherever you're believing that, wherever you're vibrating with that because I'm in my yin energy that I won't receive money and business success, I'm asking your higher self to go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And last one, so we're going to move into this prayer. What would it take? Here's another prayer. So what would it take? What would it take for you to run a very successful business that's fully aligned with your soul's mission? A business that's successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, a business that lights you up, that feels so good, that really deeply serves the world. You're financially free, you're abundant, and you just love your business, you love your life. What would that take? What would that take? I'm asking that your higher self please fill you with those codes, those upgrades, those frequency shifts now. Feeling, if you're a yes to that in your heart, feeling your higher self pour those necessary upgrades, those necessary shifts. That what would it take for you to really run this beautiful, successful, soul-aligned business, have a beautiful life with that? And anything that would resist that at all, anything that would resist that for any reason, I ask that your higher self go ahead and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. All right, take a deep breath, feeling light fill you, and coming back. I'm not sure how to say your name properly. Is it Fedra or Fidra? Fidra, that sounds cool, but thanks for the heart. So come on back and let me know how that was for you in the comments, live or on replay. Do you feel anything? Did that feel cool? Or did you also have my own experience when I first started this work going, but does this even work? It seems too easy. What I want to bring forth to you about that is that our energy fields are dictating our reality and like what's coming in. So when we're born, when we're in the womb, and when we're born and when we're raised, we started to become encoded with these distortions and these beliefs and these templates that don't align with our true blueprint of our divine, angelic, abundant selves. And you know this, right? So we have, growing up around whoever's raising you. Did they have issues with money? Were they stressed about money? Did they fight about it? Were you raised in a way that you felt like you had to constrict your self-expression in order to be safe? Like all of these things, right? And then if you can just imagine your third eye is just super open and you can see my energy field, and you could see almost like these little sort of like clouds, these like, distortions, or these energies that the energy is not fully moving there, or something's weird happening there, right? And hopefully like a lot of light and good templates, right? And so what we do with this work is just clear, release, delete, and transmute it. We recognize that it doesn't matter how much we know the right strategy in our businesses, that we show up on social media all the time, and that, we took a good business workshop where we learned 10 things that we're supposed to do in business. Like that can all be helpful. But in order for that to be helpful and for it to work for you, the templates in our fields need to change. Because if I'm running a template and a pattern that says, well, I'm not really lovable, and so people don't want to pay me, right? Like raise your hand if you've got any of that hanging out in your field. I'm not really lovable. I'm too much for people sometimes. I'm too this, so people won't really want to pay me and sign up for my programs. Like I'm kind of shielding myself, right? So if you have that going on, but then you sign up for a business program and they're saying, yeah, show up on social media like this, here's your launch plan, blah, 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 blah. As you know, right? I know you know this is, well, what's going to happen? You're going to do all the things, you're going to do the strategy, and your energy field is still going to be running that program. And your energy field is what dictates what's allowed to come into your reality. So we want to go ahead and we say, okay, where anywhere that I'm running this pattern, this belief that I'm not lovable, therefore people won't want to pay me. Wherever I'm vibrating with that, holding on to that, running with that higher self, go ahead and clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality, and we just see light flooding our energy fields. And we do this often. It's not I did a couple of those prayers once every week. This is what the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur is going to be. It's like, I'm going to be giving you these audios, like half an hour, 20-minute audios every week, where it's like we're clearing, we're releasing. I'm picking out in the fields. I've been doing this work for a long time, worked with hundreds of people. I'm picking out the things that I see in people's fields that are holding them back from that lifestyle and that business and that just flow of abundance in all ways. And we're going to clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it. And you just need to listen. You just need to listen and say yes. And then over time, you're going to learn, and you're going to be able to write your own and practice your own. And it's going to shift the template. So when you go ahead and you do that strategy, when you show up online, whoa, it actually works. People are actually responding because you shifted your energy field. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of these comments. Bianca, thanks for the hearts. Amber says, that was beautiful. I felt a surge of energy tingling through my legs. Amazing. Kendra says, amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Alexis said, I felt a lot move. Amazing. Annette says, have to do it tomorrow properly when I can be undistracted. And you know what's cool, Annette, too? As long as you're saying yes when I'm saying that, it's still working. So that's the amazing thing about these techniques, especially this one that I'm teaching you. Especially when you say it out loud, right? So also in the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur, the deep dive program, I'm going to be giving you the transcripts of the audios. So you're going to be able to say them out loud as well. So if you want to listen to them while you're cooking, or whether you want to read them before bed out loud, both are amazing, but I really love when we speak them out loud. When we ask, we are answered. So your higher self isn't going to be like, okay, well, Annette, I know that you just said a yes to asking me to clear that pattern, but like, I'm not going to actually clear it until like you're more focused. No, that's actually not how your higher self works. Your higher self is like, okay. So yeah, the amazing thing about this work is we don't have to be super like, oh my God, I was so focused, I was so in my body and I did it. And like, obviously that's great and we would love that experience. But the amazing thing about this work is it just still works anyway. That's amazing. So Michelle, thank you for all the emojis. Amber says, my pattern is I don't know enough or I'm not good enough to charge my prices. Awesome. So let's take inspiration from that and just say, all right, team. So wherever we are running any patterns that say, I don't know enough, like I don't know enough to charge the kind of prices that I want to charge. Wherever I'm running this belief that's just like, I don't know enough, I'm not enough yet, I don't know enough and I'm not enough and I need to be more and I need to know more in order to step into the successful business that I want to have. Wherever I'm running anything like this, wherever you're running anything like this, wherever that's vibrating, wherever that's existing in your energy field, go ahead and just say higher self. I'm asking your higher self to go ahead and clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it, along with Archangel Michael across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. What would it take for you to know I'm enough, I know enough, my work is enough, and I'm super happy and comfortable and so excited to charge really great prices for my work because I know I'm enough and I know my work is enough and I'm excited about it. What would that take? May your higher self fill you with those frequencies, those upgrades, and those shifts now. And anything that would resist that reality of you feeling good and confident, I know enough and I'm charging awesome money and I feel good about it, anything that would resist that, just clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it, asking your higher self to come in and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. Okay, Betsy's here. Hi, Beth, everyone. Hi, love. So Amber, let me know if that felt good. And, I encourage you to work with these prayers on your own and just play around and see what works, see what languaging works. Jamelza says, I'm so bored of my self-sabotaging energy field. Yeah, it's a good place to be, being bored of it. So we create something else. Alexa says, I'm cooking right now. Amazing. Alexa says, you're truly in the field. Awesome. Sarah says, thank you. This felt powerful. I know your activations and clearings work. Awesome. So you can see, I hope you're starting to feel, or if you feel already, like why this class is called the Crystalline Entrepreneur and why the deep dive is called the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur. I'll explain more about the rose after. But can you feel this like light crystal energy? It's like that sword of Archangel Michael, the clarity, and it's coming in. And instead of being like, oh, wow, I feel like, I'm not dissing shadow work because shadow work's important, but I do it differently than a lot of people teach about it, right? Like to me, actually, this is an element of shadow work because we're confronting the shadow and we're saying, hey, I see you and I'm calling so much light to you and transmute it and clear it. I love you. So instead of being like, oh, like I really just don't feel enough and I feel like I'm not enough and let me just meditate on that feeling for half an hour and hope that it moves. It might work, if your higher self is really coming in and guiding that meditation and you're really moving energy, that could be really cool. But more often than not, what we do as these sensitive beings and these healers and these light workers and these shadow workers is we sit and we fester. We fester too long with the frequencies that are holding us back because we're like, well, I got to feel it to heal it. But there's a difference between genuinely feeling something and sort of festering it and playing around, playing the pattern over and over again, right? So that's what's amazing about this work is because we call on the light. We're just like, okay, like I need help. The light of my higher self, come in and do it for me. What do I need to know? What are the upgrades? Fill me with light. Fill me with life. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to clear that. Wherever I'm addicted to suffering, I'm ready to clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it. And it's this world that we actually let ourselves embody light. We let ourselves be happy. And I am a beautiful, dark, like serpent priestess, just, like a lot of you on here. Like we love the dark. We love the dark womb. This isn't about only leaning into the light and only celebrating the light. This is about understanding that the light was birthed from the Great Mother's dark womb. The light is the child of the sacred darkness. So anytime we work with the light, we're always celebrating both. We're always also celebrating the dark womb. So that's something that I really want to share, because people can misperceive this work, and they think, oh, it's so light, it's all about the light. Like, what about the darkness? It's like, actually, they love each other. Let's all hang out together. Sacred darkness, true, void, great mother, right? Because I know there's a lot of priestesses on here. So Amber says, Beth, this is so powerful. Hoping there's a replay. Yeah, there's going to be a replay as long as Facebook doesn't delete the video after, so I can take better notes later. Committed to being present now. Awesome. Alexa says, my business is named after roses. Beautiful. What's your business name? Betsy says, I missed the half hour of this, but we'll replay to catch up. Awesome. Loving the energy. So exciting. Okay, so I need to pee. So if you know me, or if you've been hanging out with me or a client of mine, you'll know how much I love water, how much I drink water, and how much I have to pee because of it. So Sarah says, absolutely agree with this. Also, that's amazing. So when I go, look how excited I am. I'm like, can't even talk properly. When I go to the bathroom, I want you to try this out on your own. I want you to go, awesome. Alexa says her business is named Two Roses Healing. That's so beautiful. When I go to the bathroom, I want you to just identify somewhere in your energy field any belief, any feeling that you've had, that you've been holding on to, that's been in your field, and you're aware of it, or you're becoming aware of it. And I want you to see if you can remember the languaging. Clear, release, delete, and transmute. Why don't I just write it in the comments? Clear, release, delete, transmute. And then Essence says she does pee a lot. Across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay? So when I go to the bathroom, I want you to try out this for your own. So you might go, okay, wherever I'm holding shame, and wherever that shame is blocking me from abundance, higher self, please clear. You can snap if you like. You can clap if you like. You can do none of that. But clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Pour light into the field. I've written that in the comments. And if you can't exactly remember the languaging, or for some reason you can't see the comments, don't worry about it. Make something up that feels good. Trust your higher self, trust your intuition, and invoke the light that will bring the healing and the empowerment and the activation of who you really are. Okay, I'm going to go pee. So I'll be back. All right, let's go this way. So let me know who did some invocations, and what did you clear out of your field with your magical spells? Isn't it fun? We're like, these are literal spells. Literal spells. All right. So we're going to move on from that, because there's sort of three parts to this, the energetics of this, and that was part one. That was a big one, right? That's a tool that I promise, if you bring into your life, and if it resonates with you, and you like the idea of working with sound and speaking your commandments out loud and working with the light of your higher self, and doing that, like, oh my goddess, like, there can be so much transformation just from that. So Amber's saying, yes, I did some invocations, amazing. And yeah, so what you can do is you can either bring that and just work with that on your own and personally, and you can work with the languaging, and you can start working with that in your field. And then, of course, what you can also do is you can join us for the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur. All the details will come out tomorrow. I'll send you all an email, and I'll be, very vocal about it, just so you can see it, where I'm going to be sending you like 20-minute audios, 30-minute audios of just that. And we're going to go through so many different themes. We're going to everything from self-love and receptivity to attracting clients and money and self-expression and past life and ancestral blocks. We're going to go through over 5 months. Can you imagine just like deep diving into all of that and just clear release? Because this work really works when it's consistent. The more that you do this and the more that you invoke and the more that you call on the light and the more that you let the light, fill your DNA and your cells and rewrite your energy field, the more shifts happen. So that's why I love the idea and this journey that some of us are going to go on of just being in that vortex together where it's just commitment. And the cool thing about this program is it's not going to necessarily require you to be in front of the computer all the time and watching these long videos and like that. It's actually audios that you can download and you can just live your life like clearing and releasing, and you can be cooking and you can be driving and you can be in the shower or you could be about to go to sleep, and you can really fit these into your life where a lot of the work I'm doing for you. I'm the one that's like speaking these and finding them for you, and you just have to say yes, and then from there you can do your own and you can go with it. So that is an invitation for you. Doing this on your own, which is amazing and awesome, and I totally encourage that if that's what feels right and you don't have space for any programs right now, or coming on board and just like jumping into the angelic crystalline magic. Amber says, I like the snapping, it feels really powerful, right? Leave it, release it. Betsy says, yes, this resonates because I also do the snapping of my fingers too and have that sass to it once a time I laugh about it. Awesome. So let's keep going, okay? So now we're going to bring a little bit more of that crystalline. Well, we already had a lot of it, but we're going to go more into the crystalline energy. And again, I am living proof that this stuff works. Of course, we all know that our inner world is what creates our outer world. But it does feel really good for me to be able to speak to you from this place and just say like what I'm also about to share with you. Like a lot of people would be like, wow, that's really woo. Like that's really energetic. We need it to be more grounded. I think it's very grounded to understand how your energy body works. And again, I can tell you that really this stuff works. And for me, it's not just about, okay, this stuff works to help your finances and your business. Although that's really important. But what I'm really, really passionate about is people and you and all of us stepping into these lifestyles of crystalline energy and freedom. I know many entrepreneurs that they've made successful businesses and they're making money, but they don't feel free. They're not living the lifestyle that really makes them feel so happy. And yeah, maybe they've had success in the financial realms, but there's just so much of life that they're just not living and they don't even realize it. And it's because of the templates and the patterns, right? And so what I'm really passionate about is like, it's awesome. Yeah, having clients is awesome and making money is awesome and it lets me do so many amazing things. But what I want to help people do as well is like when I have the experience that I'm watching a sunset over the Pacific Ocean and I'm feeling insanely grateful and this just crystal energy moving through my body and I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel so free. And I want everybody to experience, and maybe you do already feel that, and that's amazing. And maybe if you do, then you'll feel the same way as me, probably like, I want everyone to be able to experience this. So I'm about freedom. I'm about like true success. And that's what I'm about to say. And this number 2 part of the energetics also really helps. So again, we're not just doing this so we have successful businesses. We're doing this so we can just get fucking stoked about our lives and be deeply of service through our embodiment. Not just through how we show up online and the work that we do with our clients, but we're also deeply of service through our embodiment. And we radiate so much joy and love that people can't help but be changed. And we also have bad days and are just like grumpy, and that's cool too. Okay, so Marta says full moon is just now. Amazing. In the part of the world I am. Yeah, I scheduled this. I said happy full moon when we got on, but It was kind of an accident. I scheduled this on the full moon, but not an accident. So welcome, full moon. So let's get to number 2. So this is about crystalline DNA activation. This is about crystalline DNA activation and our prana tubes. So we have a divine template for our energy field. We are divine beings. And Sophia, God, Mother, Father, God, the creator and the creator of these bodies made them just incredible. And the energetics of the body, the toroidal field and the central channel that runs up through the spine and up and down into the earth and the toroidal field, we can be in our sovereignty. We can be fully embodied as free and sovereign. And they're designed for the light and the life force to run through them. So everything that we need is just magnetized to us, and we're supported, and we have amazing experiences in life, and things are fun. It's like, yay. Again, like, I'm all about, like, yay, let's do our shadow works and confront our shadows. But I think also maybe we went too far into that because we were like, oh, no, there's too much light. And, like, a lot of us have forgot how to really have fun on our spiritual path. And, like, let's bring the fun back, right? And that's what the toroidal field is like. Yeah, like light and life force energy. And beautiful Greek priestess, I cannot say your name with the Greek alphabet, but I've got such poor internet today, losing most of it, but love the energy and empowerment. Awesome! I'm glad you're just tuning in from Greece. As you know, I'm obsessed with Greece. Actually, Greece comes into this at some point if I decide to share that story. So what I started tuning into is I started doing these meditations with a woman named Solara Onra. She's on YouTube. She's got a lot of free meditations. Go get them. Solara Onra, okay? And I started to plug in to the great central sun. I started to plug into cosmic energies, and I started not just to have this, idea of my 7 chakras, but I started to go beyond that, and I started to connect with the great central sun and bring the light of the great central sun down into my prana tube, the central channel that runs through the body. And I started to bring the energy from the core crystal of the earth up into the heart and through the body and the great and the central channel, the Sushumna. And I started to breathe in consciously light from the earth and light from the great central sun and life into my body. And I started to consciously open and activate, these, I guess we're going to go into 2 and 3 because I'm getting into the 3rd point. So the 13 chakra system we're going to talk about. I started working with the 13 chakra system. And what this allowed to happen is for the energy to really start flowing. What we need to understand is that life naturally supports us. The Divine Mother naturally supports us. It's like that, reminds me of that quote from A Course in Miracles. Miracles occur naturally. If they're not occurring, it means something has gone wrong. So this is like being supported, and most people can't understand this in society because we've been cut off from the Divine Mother. Not really cut off, but in our minds and our psyches and in our energy fields, we've been sort of removed from that. So naturally, when we're naturally connected and the energy is naturally flowing in our energy fields as it was designed to do, we're taken care of. So of course what we want to do is we want to allow the energy to flow and move. And we can do this through energy work. This is Pleiadian light work. This is really, light work that comes from the Pleiades and Sirians who've come to us and really are teaching us and come through these channels and come through us in meditations and maybe come through, your past life experiences. So Solara Onra, those are the meditations that I want for you to check out. In the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur, I'm going to be highlighting the main ones that I recommend. And I'm also going to be creating some of my own, but that's a free resource as well that you can go get right away. Phaedra, that's your name. Awesome. So Solara Onra, go check her out on YouTube. And then, so does that make sense, right? When we're really consciously connecting, let's go ahead and do that right now. Just breathe in light from the great central sun into your heart. Doesn't matter if you don't know what the great central sun is. It's like the sun, the central sun of the galaxy, right? Breathe light in, just consciously breathing that into your heart, and breathe in the light from the core crystal of the earth. Breathing that into your heart. And then on the exhale, what you can do is these energies emerge in your heart. You can see your crystalline angelic wings start to unfurl. So this begins to activate the crystalline angelic body. When we start bringing the energy from above, the great central sun and the stars in, and we breathe in the energy from below, the crystal core of the earth, this is an ancient practice. When we allow those energies to meet in the heart, and we have a sense of gratitude in the heart, thank you for this information, thank you for this workshop, thank you for this day, thank you for this water. It creates an alchemical reaction, what I call an alchemical reaction, and goes, and your crystalline angelic wings start to unfurl. You have angel wings. You are an angel on earth. You are a crystalline angelic being of light. That is who you are. You are naturally supported. The universe is naturally here for you. The most important thing for you to do, the most important thing for me to do, is to remember who we are. We are crystalline angelic beings of light, and we are supported, and life naturally supports us. And so in order to start to really feel this and then of course manifest it, because we're co-creators, so if we don't agree with that, if we're not vibing with those templates, if we're choosing and holding on to other templates, we get to experience that too. Free will, right? But if we start to remember who we are and we reclaim our energy fields and we reclaim our angelic wings, we start to naturally vibe with the flow of life, with how it works. You're supported. Just like that tree doesn't worry about like, oh shit, I hope it rains soon. Like, I need some water. Like, oh my God, what if I don't have water? And it's like, no, the tree is supported. It can just stay there. It doesn't have to go run away and find the water. Everything about it is designed to flourish and designed to just, everything it needs just comes to it. And our bodies are really like trees. Our energy fields are really like trees. We've got the roots underneath us, the lower chakras even beneath the feet. We cycle up the energy. We open it through the crown, and then the leaves and the energy fall down to create compost and recirculate the system of energy. And then we can also receive from the sun and the light from the sun, and then we bring that down to the roots so they can grow deeper. So it's a two-way flow of energy, right? Betsy says, yeah, I see my wings every now and then. When I sing a particular song I enjoy, I see it changing to butterfly wings. So beautiful. So again, this is consistency, being committed to activating your prana tube, being committed to receiving the energies from the cosmos and the earth and activating your crystalline angelic wings. What that does is it activates your crystalline DNA, it activates your crystalline light body. So you start to magnetize and attract higher vibrational experiences and energies that just feel good. You know, I was speaking to someone last night, and they live in a sort of different reality of how they perceive reality to me. And he said, oh, traveling in COVID is so hard. It's so complicated. Oh, my God. And I said, oh, my God, traveling in COVID was like the easiest and best thing ever for me. I was like, oh, this is amazing, because everyone I met was so helpful. When I flew from Canada to Costa Rica, everyone was so helpful. The airports were like much quieter, and just everything about it just worked, and everyone was so helpful to me. And I can go into that, but I won't. And it was just so easy. And then you have someone else have the experience of, he also wants to be in Costa Rica, but he literally like couldn't get on his flight and was redirected and spent an extra $1,000, and it was just like this hot mess. And it's not that when we have challenges, we're doing something wrong. I'm not saying that, because I have challenges too, and things sort of go wrong sometimes, and we get to learn from them. But when we activate the crystalline angelic light body, and we start to live in this way, and we start to recognize that everybody else has angel wings too, maybe they're not activated, but we start to see people's souls. Like, we magnetize these different experiences, and we also magnetize the soulmate clients to us. That, you know, it's like, it's amazing what we can attract. And I know you know this, and I know you feel this, because you wouldn't be in this workshop if you hadn't already started to really do this work in whatever way that you've been doing this, and have started to experience sort of different reality because of the amount of more love that you're willing to hold in your body. Alexa says, I traveled across the country and felt like it was amazing. Amazing. Oh my God, I almost ended the broadcast by clicking something. Oopsies. Okay. So I would like to, obviously I would like to do, we only have we're already almost in an hour and I still have more to tell you. So I would love to do some meditations with you with this to activate it. But your two options are go to Solara Honora and go to her YouTube channel and find some good meditations that you might feel like you like. So again, do this work on your own. Or join Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur, where we're going to be doing these meditations all the time. And we're going to be going way more into these teachings and just really doing this consistently. So by the end, after 5 months of being in that field together, it's like, whoa, amazing. Awesome. So the last thing that I want to say is I want to explore this 13 chakra system more. But I did feel like for some of you listening just now, there was some triggers that were happening, or there is some resistance that just came up. And so we love that. And what I'd love to do is just go, okay, wherever there's resistance in the field, in our collective field together, wherever there's resistance to the light, if that's okay with you, I'm asking your higher self and all of our higher selves to just go ahead and clear it and release it and delete it and transmute it. And the message here for you to know is you are good enough. You're maybe not all of you, no, all of you, that came out wrong. All of you are good enough, but maybe not all of you need to hear that in this moment. But I feel like in the field, there's some of you that need to feel and receive that message oh my goddess, you're good enough. You're so full of light. You already are this being. You already are this crystalline angelic being of light. Celebrate yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing more you need to do. You're so in the right place at the right time. Your angels love you. Your guides love you. Celebrate yourself. And wherever you feel bad about yourself in any way, just asking that your higher self, with your permission, just clears it, releases it, deletes it, and transmutes it across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And for those of you that didn't necessarily need that, just thanks for receiving that anyway. So the last thing that I want to speak about, again, is a little bit more going into the 13 chakra system. So this piece is new for me. Not the 13 chakra system, but really working with it more deeply, and what I'm about to tell you is new for me. So the other pieces have been years happening. But now we go on a journey, right? Now we're here. So now we have new pieces and new downloads coming through. So I work with, and Amber says, can you please repeat the wording of the light we're pulling in from the sun and from the earth? The great central sun we're pulling in light from. The core crystal of the earth we're pulling light from. This is usually done in meditation. You don't have to invoke this out loud, although you can. And when these energies meet in your heart, you can feel a gratitude in your heart that really creates the alchemical reaction. Great central sun light, cosmic light, earth light, gratitude creates the alchemical reaction of the crystalline angelic wings unfurling. And the more that our crystalline angelic wings are really honored and activated, the more our crystalline light body is activated, and the more crystalline and new earth and 5D experiences we're able to have. And we're also able to embody this energy so that all beings may be free, because this is our true template, and we're creating a much easier pathway for other people to jump on board with this. So we're not going into woo-woo land away from everybody else. No, this isn't about that. This is about embodying who you really are, so that all beings may be free and all beings may be liberated. We're not leaving anyone behind. We're focusing on what's really real, and we're reminding humanity of the freedom that we are and the light we are. And that's only going to happen if we embody it and say fuck yeah to that mission and clear this addiction to suffering that's so prevalent on the planet. Okay, so this piece is more new. So I attract a lot of people who are sort of similar to me, right? As we do. I attract a lot of women who are like priestesses in past lives and this life. Intuitive, sensitive, creative, starseeds, just sensitive, right? So when we walk on this planet, so what I'm about to say is like new downloads that have come through. If you don't resonate with it, throw it away. If you do resonate with it, awesome. Because anything that I say, I'm not declaring it as ultimate truth that can never change. This is everything, of course, I say, and anything anybody says is from their own experiences. So of course we all get to decide if we resonate with it. Betsy says, is it something that needs to be done one at a time when doing the releasing, or can it be done all at once? Meaning making a list of I want to clear. Oh yeah, clear all of it. You know, you can only say one thing at a time, but yeah, just you can go through 10 or 20 different programs that you want to clear and do a session of that. So going back to we're walking on this earth and we're sensitive, and we have this 13 chakra system. We have this is from the Pleiadian teachings. Different people say different things about the 13 chakra system. I follow Pleiadian teachings, so this is where that's coming from. 2 chakras below the feet, 3 chakras above the head, 8 within the body, because there's the higher heart chakra, which is the turquoise chakra, or the light, really light pink turquoise chakra, that's only activated. It is said that this chakra is only activated in those who are in divine service to Gaia. So we have the 13 chakra system, right? And what helps to activate the 13 chakra system is doing the prana tube activations and working with Solara Anra's meditations. So I want to talk about the lower chakras that are beneath the feet, because we have different realities overlapped on each other living on earth. It's not just one reality that you get to live in and you can't change it, as most of you know, right? It's like choose your reality, choose your frequency. We're moving into the new earth. But there's been, no surprise, a lot of trauma on the planet, a lot of war, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of rape, a lot of torture, a lot of very shadow frequencies that have happened and continue to happen. The earth registers these experiences. The water registers these experiences. So when you're walking on the planet, you have your feet chakras, which are secondary chakras, and then you have 2 chakras underneath your feet. And I believe that these chakras were tampered with by multidimensional races that will not be named, that our chakra system was actually tampered with, so that as we're walking, instead of receiving the light of Gaia and the life force of Gaia, we're also receiving the imprints of the trauma and the war that have happened on this planet. So as we walk over certain places where someone was murdered, where someone was raped, where war happened, as we walk over these places, if our lower chakras are not open and clear and of their divine blueprint template, what can actually happen is we start to receive the imprints of the bad stuff, right? And we start to associate being on this planet with those experiences and with that trauma. And for sensitive souls, we're like, heck no, I don't want to be a part of that. But instead of actually going to clear these lower chakras so that we're actually experiencing the true energy of Gaia, right? Like the actual true, like the earth is fucking awesome and beautiful and healing. Like instead of receiving that, we go up, 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 and we don't really want to be super a part of the earth, right? I call this Lightworker Syndrome, where we're in the higher chakras. And what happens is that we have these priestesses and these healers and these light workers and these shadow workers and these, all the people, all of us, right? The witches and whoever. Resist really like the idea of making money and going for it. Being in the body and fuck yeah, I'm going to make money, and fuck yeah, I'm going to go for it in my business, and yeah, I'm going to claim that I want that. Because it's like, oh no, like that's bad. Like there's a subconscious energy that's like, if I really go there, and that's going to be in my lower chakras, I'm connected with the war and the trauma and the greed and the rape, and like I'm not running those, you know, patterns. That's not what I'm here to do. So what if I'm just going a little bit higher and kind of getting out of that energy and going, yeah, I can heal. I can help you. I can heal. Let's connect to the light. Let's connect to, you know, this. Let's, you know, let's do that. I'm going to help you. also, like, I don't really feel super comfortable in you paying me, or I don't want to ask for a lot of money because I don't really want to be that person. I don't want to be that, like, I'm in my body and I'm here and I like money, and I don't want to be that person, right? But it's also because we have these subconscious, like, feelings that, like, if I am that person that's really grounded in their lower chakras and right into those lower earth chakras, and I'm here, oh my goddess, I'll become one of those beings that's not serving the ultimate plan of divine will. So what we have to do is we want to, Amber says, this is making so much sense. My mind is blown. I know this recent downloads came to me and I was like, oh, no wonder. A beautiful Greek priestess says, thank you so much. We need all of this fun, joy, wings, and liberation. Hope I can see the activation again. Yeah, for sure. So we want to start clearing the lower chakras, and we want to start reclaiming them for the light. An easy way that you can do this is you can just say, like, I declare, like, my energy field, I claim it for the light. I claim my energy field for the light. I claim my energy field for my higher self. I claim my lower chakras for the light. And again, the light is birthed from the sacred darkness of the Great Mother. So this isn't about choosing light or dark, and it's a word. No, 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 no. All of it is integrated, right? Shadow, darkness, two different things. Topic for another day. Some of you have seen me speak about that before. So, and we can bring the light, and we can bring the core crystal of Gaia up, and we can, a trick also for the lower chakras beneath your feet to really open them and to cleanse them and activate them is to see light moving through them into Gaia while you are feeling appreciation and love for the earth. While you're feeling appreciation and love for the earth, you flow light through these chakras. And so we're reclaiming them. You can just feel that right now. You don't even have to be in a meditation really to do it. Just start to feel that light and appreciation for Gaia and start to reclaim these lower chakras. It doesn't make sense that we're just stopping right at the root as a spiritual community, and we're not really flowing into the legs and the feet and what's underneath of our feet because our auras extend there. We need to start reclaiming these lower parts of the aura, because those are the parts of the aura also that resonate with the earth. So they resonate with money, and they resonate with these more 3D aspects of life, right? So we also want to start clearing the lower chakras and opening them. Yes, of course, we're going to be doing this in the deeper dive, the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur. We're going to be doing meditations and clearings and ceremonies with this as well. But again, you might be really drawn to join us for that, or you might want to do this work on your own. And so I can give you, that amount of information so you can progress as you will, right? Amber says, I feel so much energy flowing from my hips down my legs to my feet all the time. Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. So I think that covers it, people. Wasn't that fun? I had fun. Yeah, so you can see through my journey how much energetic work and Pleiadian teachings and crystalline energy and working with diamond light and the light of our higher selves has actually transformed my reality. And so in the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur, we will be doing some business strategy. We're going to be doing about 20% business strategy for online-based businesses. If you do want to join us for that, sorry, I don't have the invitation page up yet. That'll come tomorrow. But if you do want to join us for that, we're actually going to be doing some business work. We're going to be learning about how to market ourselves. We're going to be learning about how to show up. But we only need a little bit of that. We need mostly the energy work, because once the energy work happens and once this stuff all opens up, we start to get these intuitive downloads about how to show up online and how to show up in our businesses. And we're no longer operating from what Sally, the business coach, says was a good strategy. We're operating from what our higher self dropped in as what we should do that day and how we should show up and how that feels good, right? So I am going to be giving you some foundational online-based business strategy in the Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur, this 5-month journey. However, most of it is going to be this powerful energy work so you can have an amazing business, but also an amazing life, right? So I'm going to read some of the comments coming in. Okay. Izzy says, this makes so much sense. Awesome. Michelle says, aho. Thanks, soul. Sarah says, so fun. Working with you changed my life. Aw. Marta says, thank you. I love how you share yourself. Thank you so much. Kendra says, thank you so much, Beth, for this great class today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, internet goddesses, for the magic. Caress says, a lot of this is the woman of the goddess having been made to feel that there is no place on this earth for them. Yes, there was a news item today about some political type in Michigan calling 3 women witches and saying that they should be burned at the stake. Geez, only reluctantly did this white male misogynist apologize for this remark. Let's just admit this is kind of ongoing terrorizing of the wise woman is one reason that so many women have a difficult time feeling grounded and at home on this earth. Absolutely. Can we work energetically to cleanse and release the energy from Mother Earth and her people? Yeah, I believe, 100%, I feel you. I believe that doing this work that I just spoke about also helps to release that on the planet. I believe that we're a microcosm of the macrocosm. So the energy, the work that we do to clear that from our own energy fields also helps to dissolve that from the planet. But what you can also do with this work, it's amazing. You can go, okay, anywhere that these grid lines are in place, that women are feeling afraid of their power and ashamed to really be who they really are in their full witch energy and their full magic energy, anywhere where that's happening on the earth and women are afraid. I'm asking Mother, Father, God, and Archangel Michael to clear it and release it and delete it and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. So the really cool thing about some of these techniques that I've shown you today is that you can apply them to anything that you see, and you can make them your own, and it's really fun. Betsy says, that's what I'm experiencing now, the belief systems, seeing a past timeline of London, where if you're not normal, they spit on you, even authorities, and the ones who are gifted hide their light and shy away. I was looking for info in regards to Earth Star Chakra. I did a meditation last night. Oh, cool. Absolutely. And, we're all resonating here because these are the women, these are the people that I attract. We are the priestesses, and we are the healers, and we are the star seeds, and we are the light beings, and we get it, and we understand that, how much oppression has happened on this planet in terms of that. And we're here to be like, nah, fuck it. That's why, to me, sacred business is like, it's just huge planetary service. I'm not so much about like, okay, let's help you have the $10,000 months too every single month, and that's going to be the ultimate goal that I'm going to help you receive. Like, cool, fuck yeah. Like, if you do these practices, like, you'll probably end up there. But I'm more about like the liberation of all beings, the liberation of our power and our expression and our freedom and our joy and the abundance and like all of it. As I was saying, I'm here for all of it. Michelle says, that's for this last piece that is soul essential. Yes, I think you meant thanks for this last piece, but maybe not. Betsy says, thank you so much for this information and your time. I resonate with this, loving this and grateful for this moment. Awesome, amazing. I had so much fun with you today. I haven't done a live like this in quite some time, so we'll be doing more for sure. Look out for the invitation for Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur. I will be offering an early bird discount code of like a lot off, like $555 off. Maybe that's like 30% off or something like that. I haven't done the math. If you are interested, so there will be a discount for you because you're in my community. And my prayer for you is that with this work, like, may your higher self guide you. If you're meant to take some of what you learned today and practice that and integrate that into your life on your own, and that's your highest path, amazing. If your higher self says, you know what, join this Crystalline Rose Entrepreneur program because that's the highest path for you and that's going to really take you to your next level, then that's amazing and that's the path I want for you. So my prayer is as we end that this information deeply serves you and that whatever path you're guided to take, to work with it individually, to work with it with me for a while in a deep dive and having a lot more support with it, that path is revealed to you and that you're clear about it and you're sure about it in your soul and you follow it and you're able to experience this crystalline energy and your crystalline light body and experience all the love and magic and success that you so deserve. Deidre's here, I love, says thank you as always, Beth. Yeah, and Annette says, couldn't be here for the whole transmission, but everything I've been hearing is very much aligned and the work I'm doing, but not fully owning it. Thanks so much. Awesome. All right, many blessings, so much love. May your businesses be blessed. May your life be blessed. May your heart be blessed. Thank you for the work that you're doing here on this planet. Thank you so much for having the courage to step up and share your soul gifts and to confront all this old patterning of what we have to go through when we step up in sacred business and we step up in sacred service. We literally have to repattern and retemplate our energy fields, confront so much of this old scary stuff, and shine anyway and clear it and step into who we really are. And it takes courage, and it takes work, and it takes time, and it takes bravery, and it takes commitment, and it takes devotion. And I'm so grateful that you're here with me doing this work, because this is what's going to allow this new golden age of miracles and crystalline light to really anchor. I believe in it. I believe that's where we're going. Dora says, thank you. Sonia says, thank you so much for this. You're welcome. All right, so many blessings, much love, and I will see you all soon. Bye.